Welcome to Grootbos. This is five-star luxury at its best. And by the way, the name Grootbos is Afrikaans for big bush. And that'll all make sense a little bit later on. All you need to know for now is that this place is five-star accommodation with five-star sustainability. Luxury with a bit of a difference. Nothing has been overlooked here at Grootbos, including the wonderful views down to the ocean, which is spectacular at sunset. All the villas tastefully blend into the landscape, as do the main lodge and restaurant, where the food, which is included in your five-star accommodation package, is truly world-class.
Now, the resort nestles into the natural landscape, but this is no ordinary piece of coastal greenery. Known as fynbos, this is the dominant vegetation of the Cape floral region of South Africa. Botanists have classified this as one of only 5 Mediterranean biodiversity hotspots on Earth because of the richness of the species, the high proportion of unique plants and the number under extreme threat. Grootbos guests can enjoy the fynbos, which starts at the back door of their accommodation by taking any one of the hundreds of walking trails.
But why walk when you can ride? Because here at Grootbos, they've got 19 horses that you can ride at any time for free. Now, if you're a bit of a novice like I am, it might take a bit of getting used to, but they tell me the horses are tame and will go if you kick them. Let's see what maybe it's the reins. Hang on. Well, we're going the wrong way.
Yes, this is an eco-tourism experience, but the folks here take it to a totally different level. In fact, into uncharted waters. It's called responsible tourism. And what they're attempting to do is to make a lasting and meaningful difference to the lives of the people most disadvantaged by the lingering effects of apartheid. Now, how does that work?
Grootbos has set up a program called Green Futures, a horticultural school which every year takes in students from the nearby township. It feeds and pays them to attend school and teaches them horticultural skills such as gardening, landscaping and even plant propagation. Now, all of this isn't much good without the basics, things like computer literacy, a bank account and a driver's licence, so the course also teaches the students these practical life skills. It really is a great initiative because when guests at Grootbos decide to donate to the Grootbos Foundation, which funds the Green Futures project, they can actually see how their money is making a difference. The students gain priceless knowledge and skills, and every single graduate has found a job. An extraordinary success in an area with 47% unemployment.
This 1,740-hectare private nature reserve needs a lot of help and attention to keep it thriving, and the Green Futures students play an integral role in this work. Guests of the resort can follow their lead by planting trees. 2 years ago, this area was decimated by wildfire. Well, I'm going to help in the reforestation of the area by planting out this tree. But now there's a bit of a twist, because I'm going to be given the coordinates of the tree, and via Google Earth, I'm going to be able to look at the progress as the tree grows larger and larger from anywhere on the Earth. Visiting the townships can be a great eye-opener and at times a touching experience. It emphasises what a significant role this resort plays in the community over and above its environmental focus. The Grootbos Foundation does great work here in the township. At the local kindergarten, they've set up this veggie patch for the kids, and all of the grounds have been greened up using plants from their nursery.
The biggest and most visionary project is the construction of a state-of-the-art artificial turf soccer pitch and sports facility. Apartheid is long gone, but there are still distinct separations between the communities. So the complex has been deliberately located between where the whites, the coloureds and the blacks live. Now the goal is to encourage all three communities to get together here on the pitch, to encourage this divided society to start talking to each other, even if it is yelling. Oh!
Like many coastal towns, Gansbaai has based its economy on fishing. Well, these days it's changed dramatically because marine conservation is what it's all about. So whale watching, shark diving and observing the hundreds of thousands of cormorants, penguins and fur seals has turned this little piece of coast into an absolute magnet for tourists. South Africa was the first country to protect the great white shark, and you can now observe these enormous predators in the water in the safety of a steel cage. Whales move through the area in the winter months, pausing to have their babies and create the next generation. At the height of whaling, over 10,000 of these majestic creatures were killed each year in these waters, and it came close to driving them to extinction. But today, the whale population has recovered thanks to a ban on whaling. We've just passed Dyer Island and they reckon there's 120,000 Cape cormorants living and breeding there. And look at this island, it's absolutely covered with fur seals. There's some 4,000 southern right whales in the bay. And the tourism industry now is very much dependent on coming out and looking at whales and engaging with these amazing sea creatures.
Another spectacular way to see the whales is from the air, and here at Grootbos, they've got their own runway, so there's no excuse. If small planes make you nervous, there's no need to panic. I'm scared of heights, and the adrenaline's definitely pumping. When you're up here in the plane, you don't get quite as close and personal to the whales as you do in the boat. I mean, you're not going to see one suddenly jump up next to the window. Well, not unless it's a big one, but you see them from above and it's fantastic. You see heaps of them, and it's not just whales either. You see great white sharks, dolphins, all sorts of fish, and of course, the spectacular scenery. You've got to see Grootbos and the resort's beautiful surroundings yourself. Check out www.southafrica.net to find out more.
Nige, we got so close to some of those whales this morning. You could hear them breathing. You could even see the little white dots on their chin.
Way. That would have been brilliant. Well, from the plane, we weren't that close, but you got a brilliant angle on them right above, and we saw heaps of whales, and we even saw a white one.
A white one?
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, and what about the surroundings, mate? Are beautiful. The one thing I love here, the sunsets. Yeah. Out of control, mate. And the best thing is they happen every night.
When we come back, the Gurus continue to explore South Africa as Nigel heads up the east coast, so don't go away, especially if you like hippos.